Graduating class of 2009. Okay. Now that I've got that over with, I'll do the rest of the speech in my normal voice. Boy, I tell you what, class of 2009, faculty, alumni, and friends, it is indeed my pleasure to be with you this afternoon. Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, man, down Chancellor Fox and me been talking about you guys and dang old. Thank you very much.
I missed the video. You got video? Yeah.
I wanted to see how he was going to sign Boomhauer. Now, I know I probably wasn't asked to speak here because of my political views on the Middle East or my philosophical contemplations on where the soul ends and the man begins. I was probably asked here to speak because of the dumb laugh I did. So I won't go on too long. I was talking to a lot of the students today, and I know that jobs are kind of on everyone's mind, and a lot of people are asking me, like, you know, how do I break into entertainment business, movies, TV? How do I become a comedy writer? And what I usually tell them is the first thing you want to do is major in physics. So I'll tell you a quick version of the my humble story of my crooked path from graduating with a degree in physics here in '85 from this fine university to creating what is widely considered to be one of the dumbest shows in the history of television. Hopefully there'll be a lesson in there somewhere. There you go. When I started here in the Warren dorms 28 years ago, I don't know, is Portola Hall still there? I was very intimidated by San Diego and California in general. I remember during Welcome Week, this girl who actually was the chancellor's daughter asked, she said, "Oh, where are you from?" And I said, "Albuquerque, New Mexico," and she said, "No, really, where are you from?" And I was very, kind of had this, I was intimidated. I'd always had this dream about going into comedy and animation, sketch comedy. Maybe I'd always done imitations of teachers and stuff, but I didn't think that that was a possibility for me. I didn't have any connections. I was from Albuquerque, you know. So I went and got my degree in physics. And I graduated in 1985, and my generation, I think high school guidance counselors and adults in general had us all convinced that if you got a degree in science, jobs would just come raining out of the sky. We were just like, you'd get like, it would solve all the world's problems if we all had degrees in science, because there wouldn't be any world hunger, everyone would have a job at Motorola, we'd be driving Corvettes. And I bought into this, and I didn't even, yeah, maybe I'll get to that. Anyway, I didn't do any on-campus interviews. I was golden boy with my physics degree. I just thought I was going to get a job, and well, it turns out that wasn't true at all, at least not for me. And to make things worse, I'd moved into this, I was subletting this room from a friend of mine who was traveling abroad, so I'd paid him all the rent for the summer. And what he didn't tell me was that his roommate was dealing speed. And, apparently not a very successful speed dealer, because he hadn't paid the rent. So we were being evicted. So I paid all my rent to a guy who was off in Egypt, and I was having to dodge process servers and all this stuff. So I had the experience of being evicted without getting to have the experience of not paying rent. And then, so this guy also, he hadn't paid the phone bill, and this was before cell phones, so all my resumes I'd sent out had this phone number on it, and it got shut off. So, by the way, you want to know where that speed dealer is today? Sitting right on this stage, ladies and gentlemen, Vice Chancellor Armin. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I also know if Armin was to deal speed, I think he would be very successful. Compassion he shows. Anyway, my last $200 was stolen. Actually, I had $50 in my pocket. I hit rock bottom. Couldn't get a job because didn't have a phone. There's a song about that. Anyway, I had a little bit of a break. I started playing bass with this drunken redneck guy, blues guy named Blonde Bruce. I hope he's not still playing. I managed to get enough money to get the phone put back on just in time to just barely get a job. So I was, in August of '85, you wouldn't find anybody as happy to have this job as I was. And until about maybe 3 or 4 days in, when it kind of hit me like, wow, so this is it. This was, I'd had a ton of jobs. I mean, I'd worked everything from being a paper boy to Jack in the Box, physics TA, Muir Cafeteria. I was going to pause for applause for the Muir Cafeteria. But this was supposed to be the good job. This was, and I did like the people I worked with, but something about my destiny wasn't in my control, and I liked these people I was working with. Then I got transferred into this different group, and I was in this room with a bunch of really weird guys, middle-aged, creepy. I'm middle-aged now, but I was 22 at the time. There's this one guy, I asked him, he just never said anything. I kind of wondered about him, and I just said, one day I just said, hey, how's it going? I won't say what his name is. And he just started saying this thing about like, if they move my desk one more time, I'm through the window. And I'd opened the floodgates, and he went on about his fish tank and how he had a, he had a mail-order bride. Then I didn't want to know anything more about him. So then I quit that job. I moved to the Bay Area mostly to follow my girlfriend at the time, who would later become my wife, and then later my ex-wife. She was also a UCSD graduate in physics. Now this was in the mid-'80s. The Bay Area was just, it was just overachiever fever. The whole,